Hey everybody, ABC 10 meteorologist Brendan Minchev here with an extended weather update here on ABC 10 Plus and YouTube. We've got a lot of changes happening in the forecast. We had our 3 warmest days of the year in a row, but now we are flipping the pattern and we're going from 86 degrees on Thursday to 55 degrees for Saturday. We're going to have some rain and some snow in there as well, as you can see. So let's jump into it. It is the end of that warm weather pattern. Like I said, we had those 3 warm days, and that's the end of it. Colder tomorrow. We're very near average for Friday, but Saturday, Sunday will be much colder. Rain and snow returns to the region for Saturday as well. So let's jump into it here. High pressure that was sitting overhead brought us those warm temperatures, those temperatures climbing into the middle 80s. That's pushing on out of here. That's headed off to the east. That opens the storm door, if you will, for this low pressure system dropping down from the Pacific Northwest. That'll ride the coast and bring us some rain and snow chances and significantly cooler temperatures from where we were. So for Friday, high temperatures this afternoon are going to be close to 70 degrees in the Sacramento Valley, a little bit warmer than 70 in the San Joaquin Valley. We'll have fewer clouds down near Stockton, Modesto, so they'll be a little bit warmer. 75 Modesto, 73 Stockton, about 69 in Elk Grove and Sacramento this afternoon. 72 in Marysville, 69 Jackson, 64 in Placerville, 67 up in Auburn, 60 in Truckee, 59 South Lake Tahoe. Cooler with clouds, a little bit breezy as well. Winds out of the southwest and about 15 miles per hour tops. Not crazy, just a little breezy out there. Like I said, 3 warmest days of the year so far. April 9th, 80 degrees. April 10th, 81 degrees. And then on Thursday, April 11th, 86 degrees in downtown Sacramento. That was the hottest day since October 20th of 2023. That was 175 days ago. So it's been a while since we felt that warm. I know certainly when I showed up at work yesterday afternoon, got out of the car and I was like, wow, this is warm. This is warmer than just 80 degrees, certainly above that. And in fact, we made it to, again, 86 yesterday. Downtown Sacramento, warmest day of the year so far. That was about 15 degrees above average for the time of year. The average high on Thursday was 72 degrees, so that put us plus 14 from where we normally would be. On Friday, we're going to be about 69 degrees. That means about minus 4. The average high now 73 degrees, so again, about 4 degrees cooler than average, but a day that we would generally consider just about average. Saturday, though, look at this. 18 degrees below average for the time of year. Average high 73. We're going to be about 55 on Saturday, and that's not even Saturday afternoon. We'll talk about that in a second. Sunday, 13 degrees below average with a high temperature of 60 degrees, 60. And then finally, we start to kind of level out a little bit by the time we get to Monday. And Tuesday, we get closer towards average. And then beyond Tuesday, we'll be in the 70s, mid-70s for most of next week, which is right near the average for the time of year, but certainly quite a significant drop as we work into the weekend. And unfortunately, it's always the weekend, right? It never seems like we have nice weather on the weekends. We always have nice weather during the work week, unfortunately. This is for Saturday, the forecast. Like I said, that high temperature of 55 is not for the afternoon. We likely hit 55 degrees at midnight. So as soon as the clock hits midnight, the temperature likely to be about 55 degrees, and that'll be as warm as it gets all day on Saturday because that cold front comes through during the morning hours, which means we're going to see temperatures dropping through the morning and through the afternoon. So by the time we get to 8 o'clock, 51 degrees with some rain. Noon, 48 degrees. 4 o'clock, 49. 8 o'clock on Saturday, 48 degrees. So realistically, if you're going to be out and about tomorrow afternoon, you're going to have some scattered showers to contend with, but also temperatures are going to be in those mid to upper 40s across the valley. So it's a little misleading when we say the high temperature tomorrow will be 55 because really what we're going to experience is going to be 40-degree weather, not 50-degree weather, because we're going to be, for the most part, asleep when it's 55 in the warmest part of the day. Kind of weird where it happens overnight, but that happens sometimes. It'll be one of those days tomorrow where the temperature drops as the day goes on. So if you have plans on Saturday, don't plan on it being 55. Plan on it being 47 to about 50 degrees around the valley. So here are the forecast highs tomorrow, but like I mentioned, these are high temperatures at midnight. So 55 at midnight, 52 Elk Grove, 56 Stockton, 55 in Modesto, and temperatures just drop through the day on Saturday. Here is Futurecast. So for Friday, just a few showers possible, maybe a thunderstorm or two across the higher elevations, certainly through the foothills. That's possible. We already saw a stronger thunderstorm just to the north of Oroville starting to push off into Plumas County. That was about 11 to noon on Friday The rest of the day, just a few scattered showers possible in the higher country, then in the low elevations in the valley, just looking at some clouds. Clouds build through the daytime, but I do expect most of the valley, if not all of the valley, stays dry for Friday. On Saturday, different story. So this is now 2 a.m. Saturday, more clouds at this point, and then we get some rain move through just from about sunrise until 9 or 10 o'clock. That'll be that heaviest round of rain that we see all day on Saturday. And you see those yellows, you see those oranges again. Heaviest rain through the morning hours after sunrise to about mid-morning. That pushes off into the higher country, and that means the higher country is going to see some snow. So we're looking at the high passes in the Sierra, maybe 6 inches, tops. There's not necessarily a lot of moisture with this storm, but it'll be cold enough that we will make a few inches of snow. Not a lot, just a few. Even at places like King Vale, Donner Summit, Echo Summit, we're not talking a foot of snow. We're talking maximum about 6 inches based on the data that we're seeing. Snow levels start about 6,500 feet, drop through the day on Saturday as low as 4,000 feet. But again, accumulations only in the inches and not even close to a foot based on that latest data. But through the afternoon, you see what we continue to deal with some scattered light showers through the afternoon and evening hours on Saturday in the valley. Bay Area likely see some heavier rain, so if you're headed out to the coast, expect some heavier rain the further west you go. In the valley, it will be scattered, especially through the afternoon and evening hours. We're going to deal with some lingering rain and snow showers early on Sunday. Maybe we get a little wraparound effect with some light showers late afternoon, early evening on Sunday in the valley, but for the most part, Sunday does look mostly dry compared to Saturday, which does look to be more wet than dry, and certainly a much colder day on Saturday than what we'll see on Sunday. The precipitation forecast, again, not a lot of moisture with this storm. We're talking a quarter of an inch to maybe half an inch of rain in parts of the valley. In the high country, we're looking at 1 inch to 1.5 inches. That, again, it translates only to a few inches of snow, about 6 inches tops on the high passes. I did say that we do expect some more rain out on the coast. So if you're headed to the coast, even up towards Fort Bragg to the north, 3/4 of an inch to about 1.25 inches possible. So big difference the further west you go, from Sacramento, Stockton, Modesto, again, up to about 1/2 inch expected. As you work your way out towards the bay, out towards the coast, you could see up to 1 inch of rain to fall Saturday, lingering into Sunday. It's just a quick blip, though, in our weather pattern, because that high pressure moves east. It does kind of open that storm door between high pressure systems for this low to drop in. Not a lot of moisture with it, but it will bring us those much colder temperatures and the snow and rain chances. But it does move pretty quickly. It doesn't stop. It doesn't park overhead. It's just going to drop in and push on out. So by the time we get to Monday, Tuesday, we start to warm up. We start to dry out. We could see, models are not in complete agreement with this, but we could see for roughly Wednesday, give or take maybe 12 to 18 hours, we could see a north wind event depending on the positioning of this low and this high pressure. We could see some stronger winds out of the north, especially for the northern Sacramento Valley and parts of the northern Sierra. Still a little bit far out to be talking about it with the models, not in complete agreement, but let's just put that on the radar that we could see some dry north winds on Wednesday. Beyond that, though, I don't see any more storms through about the 20th of April. So that high pressure is going to build in, not sit directly overhead, but build in enough that it kind of keeps that storm door closed and deflects everything to the north. So over the next 10 days in Northern California, this weekend, man, is going to be a real shock to the system, because we were, again, 86, our warmest day of the year, our warmest day in almost 200 days. We just had it on Thursday. Now we're close to 70 on Friday, but then Saturday, that 55 degrees, we hit it at midnight. Realistically, Saturday afternoon, it's going to be in those mid to upper 40s with some rain chances. Sunday, we do warm up. It will be actually about 60 degrees on Sunday afternoon, so a much better day. Could still see, like I said, some of those light scattered showers lingering in the valley, but much drier than what Saturday was. But then once we get past this weekend and return to the work week, look at that, magically, temperatures warm up, and we're back to sunny skies and very spring-like weather. So there is just something in the air this year, and that means when it's the weekend, we see the colder temperatures, the rain, and the snow. But we'll see. Could this be the last storm of the year, of the season? Possibly. I won't say there's a lot of good data that says we could see another storm before the end of the month. Certainly is possible, but it is hard to say if it's the last storm or not. We kind of thought the storm that we had to start the month of April, right on April 1st, was maybe the last wet storm of the year, maybe the last cold storm. And then we're like, well, maybe the one that first weekend of April is the last one. And then this one popped up into the forecast. And so it's hard to say. There's not great data saying that we're going to have another chance of rain, snow in the forecast, but certainly it's not a complete agreement that this is the last storm, and it's not unheard of that we continue to see some of these quick-moving storms through the rest of the month. We do average about 1.5 inches of rain in Sacramento in the month of April, so may not be the last storm, but certainly over the next 10 days, it is the only storm in the forecast. Thanks for watching.